All right, bonjour. Welcome to the latest episode of the Jonny R Show. It's been a while since we've been on because election time. Nobody wants to come on anymore, so they don't need me anymore. But today we have attorney, actress, host. You're actually a friend or sister of my friend Mike. I went to BSU with Mike.
Right.
Stacey Thunder, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So how are you? How are things going?
Things are going great.
Yeah?
Yeah, changes, but it's all good. Change is good.
Yeah. Change can be good.
Change is good.
First thing I was gonna bring up, last summer you gave me that info on the auditions for the Jingle Dress, the Notebook. I was gonna say the Notebook for some reason, but I went. That was a lot of fun. It was a good experience for me. I liked, I could feel myself freeze up, and I didn't do very good. But I figured, I'll go for the main character.
Is that who you auditioned for?
Yeah, that's what I
John?
auditioned for. Yeah,
oh,
the main guy.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
I figured, if I didn't get that, you'd find me something else. And,
Yep.
later on they did, but I couldn't make it down there after because they didn't start filming till late August.
Yep.
And I had to start working.
Beginning of September.
Yeah, beginning of September. Yeah. But yeah. So any information on that, and when's that coming up?
The last I heard, it's been a while actually. The last I heard, well, let me share with what the director wants to do. Can we talk about the Jingle Dress real quick before we
please
talk about that? The Jingle Dress is a contemporary Native story. It's about a family, and did you read the screenplay?
Yep.
Okay. So it's about a family from, it doesn't say which reservation, but in the script it said White Earth. So they moved from White Earth to Minneapolis because John, the character you auditioned for, wants to find out what happened to his uncle. He was found dead, and he just doesn't believe that he just died. So in the midst of that search, you follow the story of a family who was on res but now is in the city, the big city of Minneapolis, and all the things that could happen to a family while living in a different environment. So I play Elsie, and Elsie is the mother of that family. And Chaskey Spencer, God, he beat you out?
I should have took my shirt off. I didn't think of that. Next time I'll take my shirt off.
There you go, just relax. He plays John, who's my husband, and we have 2 kids. So that's basically it. And we go live with my sister Janet, who's played by the lovely, amazing Kimberly Guerrero, who is now my real life sister. And you just see the dynamics, Indian family dynamics, so to speak. And the thing I love about this film is that it's contemporary.
Yeah.
It's positive. And the film is by a non-native person, but when I read the script, for the first time, I did not cringe.
Yeah.
I did not roll my eyes. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I've read so many scripts where, I do that, where like, I think these people mean well, but they don't know our story. We're the best people to tell our story. Unless someone like Bill Eigen, who's the director of this film, was, he was helped.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, yeah.
So is there a date that's going to be like a world premiere, or a release?
The Jingle Dress had a sneak preview premiere at the beginning of April at the Minneapolis St. Paul International Film Festival, and it had a cast and crew screening shortly after that. So what I've heard is that the film will do 2 things. The film is going the traditional film festival route, which is, hoping to pick up a distributor, and, it would be great to see it in movie theaters, or if not, then Hulu or DVDs, if they still exist,
Yeah.
And then the other route Bill Eigen would like to do is take it to Indian country.
Yeah.
So that's his way of giving back, giving, it's just his gift, so to speak. So that as many Native people can see this film, in case they can, if it's not in the movie theater, or if it's not on DVD, or if it's not, on TV, where they have access to it. So that's another thing. And right now, I know of 2 different nations who are talking to Bill right now about bringing the film
Really?
to the reservation. So that's an option.
I hope it comes up here, comes around here, because I want to see the finished product.
There are some Red Lakers in the film. I'm also from Lakota, so I just like happy. It's just special to me when I know that there are Red Lakers in the film and Lakota members in the film.
So, what else do you have coming up, movie-wise or hosting or?
We just finished our 9th season of Native Report.
Okay.
We had a pre-production meeting, pre-season meeting for season 10. So we've been doing this since 2004. We've been doing this for 10 years.
Wow.
Yes. So we have that coming up. At these meetings, we just talk about potential stories or the format, and so we're doing that. And another thing I'm really excited about, and I give it a little taste of it. I mean, a little bit of information, but not so much until I actually make it official. Is I'm developing another series.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess that's all I'll say.
So, trying to get it TV or?
You're doing the right thing. You are doing your show, and it's on YouTube. And I think that's the trend. That's how things are moving. Is internet based. It's TV will, is slowly dissipating.
That's the thing about TV nowadays. A lot of the movie stars are going to like HBO and AMC. All them shows. Everybody wants to do that now. Like nobody wants to do movies, and nobody wants to do regular like NBC, ABC, because they're given more like Louis C.K. He's like total control over his whole thing, and it seems like that's what everybody wants to do now. So hopefully somebody will find this or yours and let us do whatever we want.
Exactly.
Oh, excuse me. Allergies.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask about one thing. I always wanted to ask actors: is there a role that you passed up that you regret?
No.
None at all. What was your favorite role so far?
I really liked Elsie in the Jingle Dress. And I think I related to her so much because she's a mother. I myself have 4 kids. And as a mom, we're mama bears. We protect, and we can worry, or we can be concerned, and we want our families together. And so I think I really enjoyed her. Not that it was necessarily me, but I related to her.
Easier to get into that role, I suppose.
Yeah, very easy. Yeah. There's a scene where I cry, and I thought if I had a hard time going there, I would think about my own children. But I didn't. No, that's not true. That particular scene, I had to go there. But there was another scene where I actually felt this very strong connection to Mo, who plays my son, Chris. I just felt this bond with him for real. And so when I saw him taken away by the police, it hurt so bad, and that was real. So I was actually crying for him. But yeah, this going back to this other scene, I did a take where it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like it was real, and I asked for another take, and can I have another take? And they're like, yes, just let us know when you're ready. I thought of my kids, like the worst thing. What if it were my kids who weren't with me? And whoa, my tears just start streaming. So, there are roles like that where I can really dive into an emotional level like that. That's what I really enjoy. It's almost therapeutic, if that makes sense. Just getting that out, that emotion out, wherever. Maybe
expressing yourself.
Right. Exactly. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some other characters. There was another character on Crash where it seemed like she was. I say seem. I was cast as a recurrent role, but I was on 2 episodes. And I think if I would have had the opportunity to have more time with her, she just seemed kind of like, someone who's not like me, like that go-getter, that cut to the chase kind of person. Publicist.
And on that one, that's where you work with Dennis Hopper.
Yes.
So you got to meet him, you got to mingle with him, and
I knew Dennis.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
my children's father knew him since he was really young.
Okay.
And it was actually Dennis who got me that role.
Oh.
Yeah. I auditioned for a couple of roles already. And when the second audition I had, I called him and it just said, could you put in a good word for me? I mean, I was like so nervous to even ask him to do that. And he just said, well, I have lunch with the producer in a couple days, just call me and remind me.
Yeah.
And I will. And so he did. And I got a call later that same day after he had that lunch from my agent and said, they want you to audition for this role. And so I did. And then I got it. And when my first day on set, I met the producer, and the producer said, oh, Stacey Thunder, he's like, it's just so nice to meet you. And I'm like nervous because I don't know what to expect. It's my first day, like any first day on your job, you don't know what to expect, but it's exciting, it's thrilling, I'm a little nervous. And he said, he was like, so it's like, yeah, I had lunch with Dennis, and Dennis said, Stacey Thunder, you gotta hire her. And I was like, really? That's how it went down? And I was like, don't tell me more.
It seems like Dennis Hopper, he'd be like one of the, I don't know, maybe like a Frank Sinatra type guy around Hollywood where nobody would want to dare to say no to him. And that's just what he looks like to me. That's what he looked like
he
to
just
me.
oozed. He passed away, and I'm so grateful to him, for that. What person really does that for somebody to go out, he didn't know my acting ability. I could have sucked. But he did that for me, so I'm so grateful to him. But he just seemed, every time I was with him, around him, and we'd talk, he just oozed this energy. It's and people were drawn to that. Yeah,
like an old school Hollywood type thing.
Yeah.
Not too many of those around anymore. Like maybe Jack Nicholson, Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah.
Like those guys. That's the class
Pacino.
Pacino,
De Niro,
and that's where I see him.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, how did you get started on Native Report? Is that your whole thing? You developed that, or?
Well, I was working in Mille Lacs at the time. I was a corporate attorney, and my colleague, a colleague of mine named Tad Johnson, who's the co-host of Native Report, was also an attorney at Mille Lacs, and he had this idea. I guess he's had it for a while. Of God, I wish we had a show.
Yeah.
And he was on I think he was a community advisory board member for WDSC, which is Duluth Public Television. And they had a meeting, and he shared his idea, and they liked it, and they had a meeting about it. And he said that I just laughed because we were just honored recently, by the way, by the Minnesota American Indian Bar Association, and I'm laughing about what he said to everybody. And he was like, well, we had this meeting, and I thought, nobody wants to watch me. Who can we put on front of the camera, that people will want to watch? And I was just like, I get all red. But so he thought of me to host it, and he called me, he told me about this idea, and I said, I have no TV experience, I have no journalism experience, but I would love to help out and be part of this because I just think it's so important to tell our stories.
Yeah.
So many people need to be educated, even within Indian country, about the differences or about who we are, as nations or individually, and break down the stereotypes. And there's just so many positives to doing that, and that's how I got started.
That makes me think about like nowadays, the Washington Redskins and like models wearing headdresses.
Yeah.
And I just saw today Pharrell wearing a headdress.
Heck, man.
It's like we need more shows like that. It seems like, I don't know, like when I travel around, it's like people really don't know there are indigenous full blood around, and they're shocked, and I don't know what more we could do or say, and
we need a voice.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And that's what Native Report does. This is what your show is doing. It's this collective voice. That's why I was so excited when I saw that you're doing this. Because we definitely do need to have a lot more of us getting our voice out, getting our show out, getting our stories out.
I was just bored one day. I'd turn the camera on, and my buddy was hanging out with me, and so we just let's record this, see where it goes, and it was a lot of fun. Just the guy I was doing with at first, just teasing each other, being mean to each other, and people like that for some reason. Red Lakers like that. See people be mean, but not mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then do you still have your Eagle Thunder?
Nope.
You don't have that anymore?
Nope,
Okay.
I have a new company.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So that's your very own then?
Yep.
Okay. Starting from the bottom with that.
Yeah, and that's how I'm developing my series.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my new Thunder Productions.
Thunder Productions.
Thunder Productions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's you're like in the very early beginning stages. You have
Yes.
anything written yet, or do you have any ideas for how
For
the
the series.
For the series.
I'm always open to ideas.
No.
I am. Anytime, even for Native Report, it doesn't matter for any stories because I love collecting stories and I hope that I'll be able to share them all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm developing. I have a lot of story ideas, but I'm welcoming more, and it's just a matter of the format. I think is already set. It's just getting the money, the junior to get it going. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
Yeah.
People want to.
I think it will happen though. I'm really excited. It's going to happen.
I like your positive outlook on things.
Oh, yeah.
You're very, very positive.
So necessary.
Especially now. Especially now. Man, I had some pretty good notes, but I lost them, and I thought about getting internships, but it would just be them with the camera holding my notes. And then I think I'm kind of a bad influence because I swear a lot that it sneaks out, and I can't really control it.
I've done interviews for Native Report, and there's been a couple of interviewees. I won't say names, but just F-bomb here, F-bomb there. And I would be like sitting there going, oh my gosh, and then I'd look at my cameraman or the producer, and then we'd finish, and they're like, we can cut it out,
I remember one of my coworkers, he's an elder, and I listened to his story about hunting. There was I counted 17 F words in one little deer story. I didn't hear the story, but I was just sitting there counting his F words, and just one right after another, and it's just that's just the way we talk sometimes. So your Native Report, do you have one story that stands out as your favorite that you just enjoyed, or?
Billy Mills.
Billy Mills.
Billy Mills. He is a big time idol of mine. I just think he's amazing. One of the stories I hope to cover too, by the way, in my series, and we're in talks. We know it's just it's a matter of getting it started and going. But I just think he's amazing. His 50-year anniversary is coming up of winning that gold medal in this October. I really enjoy him. He's so nice. He just has this warmth about him, and every time I see him, he's almost like my uncle or something. Just like it feels like family to me.
Yeah, he was up here. What was that?
Recently,
last month.
yeah.
Last month.
I missed him.
Got an autograph from him. I used to go to school with his great nephew or great nephew. So that's why I got in good with him. But
yeah,
he was really good to the kids. He liked,
He's awesome, and his wife Pat is also just
a
sweetheart. I love them both.
So you got any other ideas besides your series, or are you going to start with that and then just
filmmaking?
Filmmaking. Okay.
Making some films.
You have like a lot of like directing, writing, or what do you?
Not so much directing, but I love to write.
Yeah.
So I'm writing. I'm writing and looking for story ideas to tell, and I'm writing my screenplays, and I just it's that importance of telling our stories, right? We just need to take charge, and that's what we're doing. I have wonderful partners in the industry and in Indian country, and we're chomping at the bit. We have many projects to share.
So all your Hollywood connections, that just came from the Native Report then, or is it just throughout your journey as you met some people? Or?
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Like I said, when doors close, other doors open. Things like that happen. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, me and Tatanka means we want to do redo 48 hours, the Eddie Murphy film, but we're gonna call it 49 hours. And I'm gonna be the old grizzled detective, and he's gonna be the young handsome prisoner. So we need funding for that. So. I actually bought the DVD again just to see if I can write it out. Yeah,
yeah.
Yes, write out my own script. I've been writing since like 8th grade, 9th grade.
I love it. I went through a long period of time not writing, and just to sit down and write again was so good.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, that's fine. I used to do that. I used to do that like on what is that website? Blogger. I used to write a lot there,
Okay.
and then Facebook came along, and then all I do is post now. I can't get back into the whole long, blogs and
Right.
Twitter too. That cuts me in half. That's getting too lazy with those. So hopefully get back to the full scale. I don't know how many times I started my book over. I started in 1999, and
Yep.
I don't know where to go with it now. So plus Microsoft Word is pretty expensive. So it's my excuse. It's my excuse because I remember I wrote like 9 pages by hand just for something to do, and it turned into a pretty good story, and I lost it.
The good old days.
Yeah, back in the day when we had to write it out,
Yep.
dip our feathers in ink and stuff, and
Right.
so I used to do it.
How many episodes have we done now?
How
Or
many
what is
what?
this? Is this
I think this is 14 of episode 2. I mean season 2.
season 2?
Yeah, actually it's kind of a joke because I did season 1 by myself, 1 episode.
Okay.
It was part 1 of a 2-part series.
Uh-huh.
I didn't do part 2. I just left it at that, and I got too lazy.
Oh, here's a question for you. Which episode stands out the most for you?
I like the ones where people aren't afraid to, just let it out, have fun. Because when I was doing the candidates for the tribal council, a lot of them, they didn't want to come on because they're afraid of my follow-up questions, and the only way to get them on is, just to let them talk, and I just sat here like, I was trying to do a service for the tribe,
Sure,
and
yeah.
so I just sat there and, okay, man. But yeah, just the ones that would let me have fun with, like I did with Tito and Big Stu and Tatonka Means. We just turned the camera on and we just
go.
We just went on, and I think
Just
that
go and be and be real, right?
that's what it is, man. Just coming on, having fun, and if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it. But
Right.
those candidates, it kind of made me want to try and find somebody else to come on. But I'm trying to get the more candidates coming on for the next round of voting. So hopefully they'll let me just come on, have some fun, man.
That's right.
That's all it is.
It's all about fun. Fun and info.
So you came from Minneapolis. Now you're going back.
Yes.
I actually do that for open mics. I go down to Minneapolis. I come right back.
Really? Where's your open mics?
I go to House of Comedy. I've done Acme.
Yeah. Mike was just there.
Joke Joint. You were at Acme?
No, my brother, Mike.
Oh.
Mike
was
just,
he?
yeah, he just told me he was at Acme.
Yeah. And what else was there? That underground I don't know. It's right on Washington there. I forgot what it's called. But I'm going back on June 24th for their open mic.
Awesome.
I get paid the next day, so I'm gonna write a check just to get down there. And struggling comedian, that's what you gotta do, man. Or have a taco sale.
There you
Get me
go.
down there.
Raise the funds.
Guerrilla style. So, you got any closing statements? Anything you want to share with the lovely? I think I got like 400 viewers now, so that's
Hey,
kinda
that's awesome.
catching on.
There you go.
It's catching on, man.
You just spread the word. Share
Yeah.
it. Share it. No, what do I say? I mean, thank you for having me do this. I was really looking forward to it. I love to laugh. I love doing stuff like this because it is fun. If you just, like you said, just let your guard down and you just be, it's fun. The opportunity to share about the film because we're hoping to get a lot of...
I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Just so I can say, yeah, he's all right. I'd have been better though. Chasky, Spencer.
You could have been my husband.
I know, yeah, we could have been a
I don't know if your wife
married
would have been
couple
happy
here,
about that note.
That's what she gets for marrying a leading man, so she has to deal with that. But next time, my next audition, I take my shirt off, so show my wolf pack body. Yeah.
I don't even know if that was a masculine.
I didn't even see him audition. He wasn't in line with us either, and that's what gets me angry. I sat actually, I was the first one in line.
Yeah.
It was a 90-degree day that day.
Yeah, it was really hot. It was hot. I auditioned.
Yeah.
I auditioned. yeah, think about auditions is don't think about it so much. I know it's hard. I mean, I still
That,
nervous.
that was my thought. Get it, just clear your mind.
Yeah.
Just do what read what you think. You know this guy. You've seen guys like that. Just be that. And then when I got there, I froze.
Yeah.
I just read it was like reading the Bible. I just read lines and I got out of there and man.
You can definitely psych yourself out. But if you feel that nervousness, use it. Just use that, in a positive way. For me, I was actually I was fine going in, but then I got in the room and I actually know the casting director. And when I find it that when I know somebody personally, then I start messing around in my head. Like, oh God, no, it was fine. I was called back and the callback, I was a lot more relaxed and just did it, and I got to audition with a couple of different girls to play who would play Rose, my daughter, and just have fun. So that would be my advice. If you want my advice, is just have fun. Just like this, think of it like this. You just go in and have fun.
So are there like a lot of those opportunities down in Minneapolis, or was that just a rare?
It's rare, but the movement is looking hopeful. I mean, the movement, there's a movement, and it's looking hopeful that there's more films. Minneapolis, St. Paul, or Twin Cities is more of a commercial area, market, but we're hoping it's going to change. So, and when I get these scripts ready, I could potentially have a film also made here in Minnesota. I really do want to make more films here, and I certainly want to give as many Native people an opportunity to audition and be part of a film, whether it's in front of the camera or as crew. For Jingle Dress, I actually talked to the director and said, I'll help you get the word out, and that's what I did. I just wanted to spread the word and give us natives that opportunity. But there'll be more. There
will be more.
There will be more.
I will try to get in on that. Right now, I'm just trying to get I don't do comedy as hard as I should, like everybody else does, because they're a lot younger than I am. I'm 38 years old. I got 4 kids plus 4 foster kids now, full-time job, and I gotta sneak down to the cities for open mics when I can get a chance. And making a lot of contacts down here, so so hopefully that'll
just keep doing it.
It'll pan out.
Growing those contacts.
But that's all I got, man. Thanks for coming on. It was a lot of fun.
You.
Good luck in all your shows, and if you need a leading man, that is probably because I was shorter than Chasky Spitz.
I am taller.
That's what it is.
That's it.
Yeah, we look like the number 10 walking around. That's probably why. That's all I got.
I love it.
Thanks for watching.